Hey everyone, it's Sandgod, aka Zero. Welcome back to Dream Daddy. Sorry I haven't actually been able to record this for a bit. I've just kind of been doing some other little things here and there. But, I did remember when I did a poll, you guys wanted me to go after Hugo, so that is the dad we're going to be going after. And we're going to jump into the game. I frantically put on some clean clothes, apply a generous amount of deodorant, and run out of the door. Well, apparently I'm running somewhere. Forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I have to talk to Amanda's teacher. I arrive at Amanda's school and check in at the front desk. They gave me a bright orange visitor sticker and send me on my way. I'm barely awake and feeling pretty haggard about hopefully nobody will notice. I check my watch and am relieved to see that I'm only 2 minutes late. Wait, was it room 103 or 108? I spot a youth standing at his locker and approach him for help. Excuse me, do you know where Mr. Vega's classroom is? The youth turns around and looks me up and down with heavily lined eyes. Come on, kid, I'm late for a meeting. Mr. who? Mr. Vega? I don't know. Have you tried the exit? Okay, wise guy, are you gonna help me or not? Fine. Up those stairs and to the left, can't miss him. I head up the stairs and walk around until I find Mr. Vega's classroom. I'm unable to find Mr. Vega's classroom anywhere. After a couple of minutes of searching, I head back downstairs. That punk youth sent me on a wild goose chase. I get back to where that low rent vagrant is standing fully ready to give him a piece of my mind, when suddenly a head pops out of the classroom next to his locker.
Oh.
Lucian, don't you have a third period to get to? Fine, Mr. Vega.
Oh.
Wow. Now I'm officially 10 minutes late. I glare at him as he walks away. We're not. You must be Zero. This period's almost over. Would you mind waiting in the back? Mr. Vega leads me in, and I take a seat in one of the comically small student desks in the back. I might get stuck in this.
Ah.
All right, where were we? Now who can tell me about the unreliability of the narrator in J.D. Starling's Catcher in the Rye? Yes, Colin. Colin stands up and does the thing where he bows into the hook of his elbow to make a fart noise. The whole class erupts in laughter. All right, everybody. Very funny, Colin. Please sit down. Now, Holden Caulfield is an unreliable narrator in the sense that the bell rings for the end of the period. The end of the period rings. All the students immediately get up and make a break for the door. Remember to do those reading and answer the response questions on page 194 in your textbook. Nobody's listening. Or not, I guess. Mr. Vega turns to me and sighs. Middle schoolers, right? Don't you say high schoolers? Both, you know. Budget cuts. Right. Thanks so much for coming in. No problem, Mr. Vega. Please, call me Hugo.
I don't know.
I don't normally do these impromptu parent-teacher meetings, but as I'm sure you know, Amanda's a very bright student, and I'm concerned about her recent behavior. What's going on?
I don't know.
Amanda has never been the most engaged student, but I know she cares. Recently, though, she's been falling behind. She's not completing assignments and has been doing rather poorly on tests. I normally chalk these up to senioritis, but this is strange. I thought Amanda always shared everything with me. It hadn't ever crossed my mind that something might be wrong. I just wanted to ask, is everything okay at home? We just moved. Well, we just moved recently, but it was only the other side of town, and Amanda was more excited than I was.
Oh.
See if you can talk to her about it. I don't know. I know she values you a great deal and would appreciate your guidance. If she keeps heading down this road, I know how important art school is for her, and I hate to see her miss out on scholarships money that she's clearly deserves. I'll make sure to talk to Amanda. Thanks for letting me know, Hugo.
Oh.
Anytime. On my way out, I stopped, thinking for a moment. I turned to Hugo. Hey, Hugo. Yes? They ever catch that rye? Yes. Yeah, really bad dad joke with Catcher in the Rye. I leave the classroom and make my way out of the school. I'm still a little bit in shock that Amanda was able to hide this so well from me. She's always been such a force for positivity in my life, especially after we lost her father. Amanda must be done with class for the day by now. I'm sure she would appreciate a ride home. And maybe I can talk to her about what's going on. I pull up to the carpool. Amanda hops in the passenger seat. So, did you have fun gossiping about me? Mr. Vega and I actually gossiped about our celebrity crushes. So you talked about Mario Balti the whole time? It's a very productive meeting. I'm pretty hungry. Can we grab some dinner? Sure thing. Let's go to the mall food court. Does that sound good here? Yeah, sure. Why the mall? Jeez, can't a dad take his daughter to the mall? Will you buy me things? I'll buy you a thing. Singular. Sounds like a deal to me. We drive in silence for a short while. Amanda plays the game on her phone. I should say something. You know, sometimes when a kid gets older, they find that they have to keep things hidden from their parents. And that's okay because sometimes that's what kids do. And that's okay, but also sometimes it's good to have parents' perspective because, you know, maybe the parents have also dealt with similar situations. And maybe they're a little cooler than you give them credit for. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, it's good to share. Love you. Have you been reading my tweets? You have a Twitter? What? Never mind. Look, sweetie, Mr. Vega said you haven't been participating in class and that you're not turning things in. Oh, I'm fine, Pops. Senioritis and all that. I thought you liked Mr. Vega's class. I'm fine. He's fine. We pull up to the stoplight and I eye Amanda. She's still texting. Just, I want you to know that if you can talk to me about anything.
Ugh.
Uh-huh. I can tell that whatever it is she doesn't want me knowing about. That's frustrating. I heard Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California. That's exciting. Yep. Are you bummed that you guys aren't going to the same school? Yep. Amanda keeps texting. She stifles a laugh. What's so funny? I don't think you'd get it. Who are you texting? Noah. Who's Noah? My friend. Does he go to your school? Yep. Do you like Noah? What? No. Dad. Ugh. I can't believe you would. Dad. I mean, jeez. Why would you... Ugh. Gross. Sorry, just asking. Dad, he's just my friend. Guys and girls can be friends. He's my friend. Okay. Jeez. This is going well. Well, good talk. Love you, kiddo. She leans forward and turns up the radio. I guess the conversation is over. To the mall then. If you haven't realized, by the way, this game is mostly like a dialogue game and mini-game kind of thing. We arrive at the mall, a big indoor shopping center with a couple of different floors. It's kind of dead, but that doesn't stop a mall security guard from yelling at a group of loitering teens. Let's eat something disgusting for dinner. I don't really think mall security even yells at kids anymore if they're just like sitting around in a mall. Because malls are kind of like dying out, sadly.
Alright.
Hell yeah. Language, Missy. Heck yeah. Better. We approach the food court and evaluate our options. Evaluate our options. There's greasy restaurant after greasy restaurant. My heart burns just looking at the menus. Nobody looks happy to be there. Be happy here. What are you in the mood for? Bread dipped in sugar? Bread with cheese on it? Or do you want me to inject some fat directly into your bloodstream? I extend my hand to her. Would you do the honor of sharing some nachos? She takes my hand with a grin. It would make me the happiest. cheesiest girl ever. Cheesiest girl alive. We order a giant pile of chips and unnaturally orange cheese from a very unenthusiastically and possibly stoned teenager. We take a seat at a rickety table and begin. These are bad. These are very bad, but also strangely delicious. We have to eat through the pain. We enjoy the fluorescent cheese goodness together until we're all out of nachos. So, something's been bothering me for a while. Can you explain memes to me? Which meme? All memes?
Aww.
Amanda sighs deeply and places her head in her hands.
Aww.
Dad, it's complicated. See, memes are inside jokes shared by a bunch of people that get less funny the more people do it. So the problem is that by the time memes get to you, Dad, all of us youths have already done that joke to death.
Dad.
And what's worse than that is that that movie and TV and video games will try to jump in on a meme train, but just based on how long it takes them, the meme will be long dead by the time it comes out. So it just states it isn't funny. Oh shit! What's up? Dad, please. Anyway, changing the subject. Where to now? Wanna go to that goth store? What? You know, that one that's all black and tires and tries to establish itself as anti-establishment despite being an exact representation of establishment? I don't know what store you're talking about. You know, that one where you can buy a bunch of chain wallets and it's basically an assault on which people fought so hard against in the punk and hardcore movement of the 70s and 80s. Dude, you gotta be more specific. The one you threw up in that one time. Oh, that one. Amanda runs into the store and with me tailing behind her, she makes a beeline for the back. There it is. You can still see the outline, kinda. I love that it's technically a Hot Topic. And even the layout is literally a Hot Topic, almost. Except more skulls. I'm so proud. Speech, Amanda.
Hey.
Speech. Alright, I'll do it if you stop chanting. Amanda stops immediately. I clear my throat. Thank you all for joining here today to commemorate an historical moment that would forever shape history on a day very much like today. Some 5 years ago, our very own Amanda Ann Frost had too much blue raspberry slushy and on an outing to the mall. After begging her father to take her to Dead Goth and Beyond to buy rainbow suspenders, she produced to throw up all over a display of My Chemical Romance merchandise. Her loving father then had to pay for said merchandise, which to this day remains among our possessions. Thank you. Amanda's moved, and she begins clapping, slow at first, and then rather faster and more vigorously. Several other patrons turn their head. One of them also starts clapping. I bow my head.
Right.
Oh, hey, chain wallets. While Amanda busies her way looking at band t-shirts, I try to find something of interest to myself. Not much for dads to look at in Dead Goth and Beyond. Let's see. Iconic mugs, check the way. Yeah, let's go through the t-shirts. I barely know any of these bands. Cannibal Bone Party doesn't seem like music. I enjoy them, but they must be really happy that a retail outlet is carrying their merchandise. I hope their parents are really proud of them. Look, this is very important to me. I hope you hear a stifled argument over the cash register. An older gentleman is carrying a garment and showing it to the broad-looking cashier with big care. I can see that, but don't know what to tell you, dude. I just work here.
What?
Listen, when I bought this online, the website said the blouse was Victorian-inspired. However, when I received it, it clearly held the trademark of Edwin Dressage. Do you want a coupon? I can give you a coupon. Will you leave if I give you a coupon? Is there a manager present? People have to know what they're buying. I am the manager. I see. Well, it would seem that I outstayed my welcome. Good day, shopkeep. Your superiors will receive a strongly worded letter by post. Whatever, dude. Ben whirls around and storms out, his literal coattails trailing behind him. I can't tell if they're Victorian-inspired or Edwin in nature. Amanda trots up with a t-shirt in hand. Oh boy, here it comes. Hey, Datatron 5000? Yes, I'll buy it for you. Wow, that was easy. Thanks. At least it's only one this time. Amanda plops the shirt on the counter and grins at the cashier. I love your hair. The cashier says nothing and rings Amanda up. Radiating hatred. I hand her a 20. So what was that guy's deal about? The cashier rolls her eyes so hard I'm worried she'll pull something. That's Damien. He's in here all the time. He's obsessed with Victorian fashion or whatever. She hands Amanda her bag, and it's clear the conversation is over. We make our way out of the store and head home to get some rest. Mom and I sit on the couch trying to find something to watch over bowls of ice cream. Oh, cool. Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Trucker is on. Your favorite, right? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yes. They have to make it over the Canadian tundra before the ice roads melt, but also they're haunting ghosts. Hunting ghosts. Also, the trucks are haunted. This is an episode I've already seen, but it's one of the best. Colum and Flint Dogbone, our twin brother truck drivers, and ghost hunting duo find themselves in the greatest peril yet. Oh no, the ghosts are done. Get control of the truck, can't speak right now. The ghost done got control of the truck. I ain't steering on them here damn ice roads. Let me see the EVP meter to try and communicate with the spirits. Flint, we're about to die. Almost got it. If you listen carefully, it sounds like they're saying you're going to die. That's because we are about to die. This is art. The episode ends and Amanda excuses herself to go and start arguments on the internet. I stay up a little longer, curious about the exploit of Colum and Flint Dogbone after their disastrous ice road accident. Afterwards, I crawl into bed and get a good night's sleep. So technically, I think we've met all of the dads now. We've met Damien, we've met... Well, not met, but we've met Hugo. So I think we're getting ready for the barbecue part. Morning, sleepyhead. 5 more minutes. You've never, ever let me have 5 minutes, so get up. Fine. We have cereal for breakfast and spend the morning putting together furniture. Amanda is much better at interpreting the tiny manuals. We're about to put together a few shelves and one desk, but I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a bookcase. So, you excited for the cookout today? Let's see. Excited to beef up my grilling skills. If there's food, I'm excited. Yeah. I'm all over those terrible store-bought sugar cookies that everybody brings to these parties. Yeah, those are bad. Which means they're more for me. Don't you want to meet some of the people in the neighborhood? I'll probably end up standing uncomfortably in the corner with a plate of food and hope that nobody talks to me. Dad, you're a beautiful work in progress. We'll get that butterfly to emerge from that cocoon. The social butterfly. Well, we better start getting ready. We definitely don't want to be late.
Hey!
What? No, we have to be fashionably late. Who shows up to a cookout on time? You know what? We're going early just because you said that. I head out the door and Amanda reluctantly follows. We walk across the street to Joseph's house with a store-bought veggie plate. I'm a terrible cook if it doesn't involve a grill. I guess we're not early as I thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people, and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Small children run around the sprinklers, and adults chat in small clusters. I set a veggie plate down on the table next to 2 other veggie plates. Huh? Hey, there's Joseph. I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide. Welcome, I'm so glad you're here. I messed up. I went fast. And you brought veggies. Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come over here. This is Chris, my eldest. Hi. This is Christian and Christy. They're twins. They stare creepily and say nothing. Then, of course, there's our youngest, Chris. Wait, where is Chris? Maybe Mary put him in his crib. Oh no, it's the woman from the bar the other night. What is she doing here? Oh, and how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary? Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles. Ah, Mary, sweetheart, did you put Chris to bed?
Ah.
I'll have to go look for him. What? You'll have to. Crystal takes a moment and regains his composure. Mary, this is our new neighbor, Zero, and his daughter, Amanda. I shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to tend to. I love her. Nice to meet you, Mary, for the first time. Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now. Mary leaves. So God, this is so awkward. If Joseph knows, I wonder if Joseph knows. I wonder if Mary knows that Joseph knows. I wonder if Joseph knows that Mary knows that I know. That is actually very, very confusing. It takes all my energy not to run away from the barbecue and start fresh in a new city. My wife has a wonderful sense of humor, but please, you two enjoy the barbecue. All the guys are really excited to meet you. Amanda and I mill around and try some of the food spread out on the table. I pick up some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling with baked goods. Little known fact, I would be doing what I'm doing right now. I would seriously be going for the deviled eggs. I love deviled eggs so much. They're so good. I don't want to make friends.
Ugh.
Come on, Dad. Who are you going to party with when I go off to school? But I don't want to have to do pleasantries. Dad, they're going to make me talk about weather.
Aww.
Go do it. Make a friend. But how can I possibly abandon my only child at a social function? That's bad parenting. This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye. Amanda shoves me into the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around the party and am surprised to see some familiar faces. That's the barista from the Coffee Spoon. Didn't I meet that guy at the bar? Didn't that guy throw a frisbee at my head? Isn't the guy who was throwing a fit in Dead, Goth, and Beyond? Isn't that Amanda's teacher? Hey, I know Craig. But, wait a second. All these people live in our cul-de-sac? That can't be right. I better investigate. Since we're gonna go after Hugo, we'll talk to Matt, Hugo, and Craig. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I'll walk over to say hello. Well, I don't think it's fair to try and compare the two art movements like that. Periods in art only exist because they're unique byproduct of the social and political climate of time and place, and try to take something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to the postmodernism in America. You're completely disregarding the context in which work of art is created. Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they didn't notice me. Craig leans in. Dude, I have no idea what's happening. I'll talk to Craig. I turn my attention to Craig, who seems to be a little more attentive in my existence. How's your sister's training going the other day? Great. Little River here is a great cheerleader. Aren't you tiny bro? Craig grabs his arm and moves him around. Oh. You can do it, Dad. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for pooping on you. She must be a handful at that age. Oh, they always are. But it's so worth it. Craig grabs River's arms again and waves them around. Also, I'm sorry for throwing up on you, Dad. How are you settling on? Almost done. There's still a few odds and ends to take care of before I can really call myself settled, but I think we can upgrade the situation to livable. We did livable throughout the entirety of college. Yeah, my goal was for Amanda to live the sort of life that didn't involve eating spoonfuls of ranch dressing on our palate cleanser between different types of pizza. She still does that though. Hey, she takes after her dad. Zero, how are you liking the neighborhood? It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly.
Hey.
Seems like your daughter's fitting in just fine. Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They're all sitting cross-legged in grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us. What is it, sweetheart? It's a flower crown. I thought it looked cute on you.
Hey.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Matt takes the flower crown and places it on his head.
Oh.
Am I cool now? The girl stares at him, thinking it over. Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on.
Hey,
Hey. Yeah, hey. Ha, hey, Zero. This is my daughter. Hello. I'm Carmesta? I don't really remember how it was. Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow. Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends. Yeah, actually, Amanda, you remember that cool barista from the coffee shop and my old college friend and your teacher?
Whoa!
Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors.
Ah!
Yep. You still gotta get that overdue term paper? Great seeing you. Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. Some of the finger gun moved from me. I'm very proud. She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Sweet Manchego!
I love the way that like his voice lines. Hugo looks around the party. He must have finally spotted him because his eyes go wide.
Sweet Manchego!
Ernest Hemingway, Vega, are you smoking? Ernest is holding a lit cigar. Nope. I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of a cigarette and then flicks it into a gutter. Unbelievable. Excuse me. Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, right?
Hey!
Man, I don't envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants. He nearly burned down half the yard. And the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then he spread it on my lawn and burned down half my yard too. Hugo walks over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him. Hey everybody, sorry about that, Zero. This is my son, Ernest. Hello. Ernest looks away sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently. Hey. Nice to meet you, Ernest. Which grade are you in? Doesn't matter. Ernest? Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know that. Yeah, good for you. Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. Ouch. Ernest. Oh yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you. Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems nice. Hugo puts his head on his hands and sighs. I'm sorry. He's having a really rough time. As much as I want to be that cool dad, I have to be the authoritative dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritative as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is that even possible to be a cool dad? What? I'm cool as a cucumber.
Hey!
See, that right there? You can't say that.
I don't know.
My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool dads? I don't know.
Hey!
I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads we become the machines we once raged against, and accept our fate to unironically wear socks and with sandals. Our kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed. Amanda's 18 and she still thinks I'm cool. I yell across the yard to my daughter. Amanda, I'm cool, right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point.
Oh no.
As much as we all want, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right, but it'd be nice to have it both ways. Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think about my relationship with Amanda. If we get along so well that there might come a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens? Don't let us eat up your time, Zero. Go meet some of the other people around the neighborhood. Oh, I'll talk to Robert and Brian, I guess. The bad dad and the bear dad. I guess you can really say it. I glance across the yard and notice Robert and Brian chatting over drinks. And I don't think I want to deal with being one-upped by Brian or whatever happened with Robert last night. Oh no, they caught me staring. Oh no, Brian's waving me over. Shoot. I flash a smile and walk over to them. Hey, guys. Zero, how the heck are you? Settling into the neighborhood alright? Oh, you betcha. Got the living room in order at least? That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally got the 50s in there and the game looks great in high def. Oh boy. Zero, have you ever met Robert yet? Yeah, we met. Robert regards me over his whiskey. Good seeing you again. We were just talking about my most recent camping trip. Went a night out in the woods with Daisy and Maxwell. She definitely is an outdoorsy one. Even caught her first fish. It's good to see you taking your daughter out like that. I bet she loved it. And it's great that she loves the outdoors. Mine loves being inside. Brian raised his eyebrow at me. Being inside, making art. She won a local competition for that. Yep, for that art. Yep. Did I put it on too strongly? Robert stares at me and blankly for a second. Anyway.
Whoa.
I haven't gone camping in years. Not since the last time. Same here. Well, things changed once you have Wait, what happened to the last time? Robert takes a long sip of whiskey. Well, Johnny Boy and me were out in the country. Johnny Boy's a strong man. A strong kid. Met him in my army days. Comes from Kansas. They build him tougher out there. Anyway, things go south pretty quickly. Johnny Boy breaks in his ankle when the rope bridge snaps. You can see the bone popping out through his skin. Johnny Boy screaming now, crying for his mama, losing blood. We were 2 days out from the next living soul, and here I am with my dead friend bleeding out in front of me. I'm able to dress the wound, but now I got a fireman carry a 6 foot, 180-pound man over some toughest terrain I've ever been in. I won't lie to you. There were moments during those 2 days when I thought about leaving old Johnny Boy, but you build a bond with your brothers in arms, and that bond never breaks. I got the boy back to civilization, but I lost some of me out there. I guess that's camping for you. Brian and I stare in disbelief. Robert takes another long sip of whiskey. I'm just kidding. My friend John and I went inner tubing down a river, and he lost a flip flop. Missed that kid. Brian and I laugh nervously. Or am I kidding? Brian and I tense up again. I'm kidding. Phew. Amanda and Daisy barrel up to us laughing. Daisy's holding a paper plate in front of her like a steering wheel. We've got to get off these haunted tracks. Oh no, the ghosts locked the doors. Quick, hit the emergency escape button. But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then hit the brake, I guess, and then we'll get out of the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghosts, but how will we ever leave the Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like that. Although I'm not sure I have the material required to properly cook you. You know, that reminds me of the last time I went skiing. Robert? Wait a second. Are you guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers? Yeah. Amanda and I love that show. It's the best, especially the episode where Colum hides Flint's keys and Flint retaliates by breaking an ancient cursed urn and sends the spirit after him. Yeah, it's just a quality related to reality's television. I don't watch a whole lot of television, but I do enjoy that show. That and war documentaries. Although Daisy and I found a couple of bugs, they're gonna make a great meal, lots of protein, gonna keep us from starving out here in the harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over there. Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little. Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust. Let's go find some kindling for fire.
Yeah.
Okay, but not an actual fire. Because we're playing pretend.
Yeah.
Now you're getting it. Daisy and Amanda run off. What a couple of cute kids. Man, I've never seen her get along with anybody so quickly. I guess Amanda's just sort of has a way with kids. That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age. It's nice that he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Really? She just keeps she just kind of keeps to herself. Her teachers say she spends every recess in the library. I think their other kids are intimidated by her intelligence. There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was shy at Daisy's age, too. She used to have a habit of crawling under the tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people, too. Oh, kids, right? Gotta love them. You're required to by law. I hear that. Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try put together a little play date for them. They do seem to get along really well, but the thought of continually hearing about all Brian's accomplishments is rough. Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Go meet some of the other fellas. Okay, so I've got Joseph and Damien, and we'll talk to them really quick. I saw Joseph chatting with a guy from the dead Gotham Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them. So I'm curious, can you walk through... hold on. Sorry, I need to get a drink of water. So I'm curious, can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter, provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly.
Yeah.
Definitely an interesting choice. Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode. So I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decision. Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye. How do you do? I don't believe I have had the pleasure. I think I saw you in Dead Gotham Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red. I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Gotham Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope you while my anger may have been justified, it was no such manner for a gentleman to act. It's okay, man. Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area? Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to Dead Gotham Beyond. Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle? I think for a second. I look over to Amanda, who's hanging with some of the older kids in the neighborhood. Hey, Amanda, would you consider yourself goth? Amanda yells back. I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but I guess if I had to choose, I would more describe myself as tween hipster with some normcrone leanings. Bets are cool though. Ah, pity. Are you enjoying the party so far? Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everybody's so friendly and welcoming. Amanda walks up to the conversation. I also like Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? That would be my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch at your service. Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda. Amanda blushes and returns with the curtsy. My, do you know how to treat a lady? Hey, Amanda. Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twins kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Hey, won't you come play with us? Come play with us forever. Yeah. Guys, enough with the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this. Christian and Christy slowly back away. Where do they think they got that from? Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand. I don't know. Mary takes a long sip of wine. I think I might have tipped over a VeggieTales VHS of The Shining. Who knows? She takes another sip of her wine. Where's Chris? Wasn't he with you? You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be alright. Toddlers are pretty resilient. Mary tips her glass to me. Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fourth.
Come on.
I've squeezed 4 little... Sweetheart, would you do me the favor and please find Chris? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
Mary? Okay, jeez. Mary finishes her wine and wanders off. Dad, can we go now? Lucian, have I introduced you to Zero yet? Hey, it's a bump from Amanda's school. I remember you. Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite. Lucian bows. Whatever, sir. Lucian bows again. Mr. Christian, may I have a veggie burger, sir? Coming right up. But are you a vegetarian? Yep. Made that 2 veggie burgers. Did you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type people as bloodlappers. Dad? That's really interesting, Damien. Joseph turns to the grill. Just the hint of a tattoo peeks out from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It's like the bottom of an anchor. Whoa, is that a tattoo? Yep, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. It's so cool. Want to see mine?
What?
What? Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink. My buddy gave me a stick and a poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Lucian. We'll talk about this later. That's pretty cool. What's the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. I just thought it looked cool. Sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need a tattoo is because you want one. Careful though, that number carries weight. Man, Joseph is way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with the Bible. Wait, I wonder what he did before preaching. Without further ado, let's work some magic. Joseph closes his eyes and takes a deep breath and gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets patties on the grill, flourishing, and he flips his spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen. You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill? He's working faster now, effortlessly tossing cheese onto patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side. One after another, the dads take notice and crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique. You probably didn't know this, Zero, but Joseph knows one around here as the grill master. As for his grillmanship, he's ungrillbelievable. I've tried to get on his level, but I just can't catch up. Let us keep studying. He has a rare quality about him. How much should we keep talking about this? Can't we just appreciate the artist? I've never seen him make a mistake.
Hey!
Okay, we need to stop. This is getting too cheesy. Please stop. All the children of the party boo the glorious display of puns in unison. Alright guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue. Amanda groans. We all grab food and hang out, enjoying perfectly cooked cheeseburgers. Man, it's so wild. It's so wild about how all its dads live in the cul-de-sac. Kind of nice, isn't it? It feels like there's a real community here. Totally helps whenever you're just a single dad raising a kid. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're gonna like this neighborhood a lot. Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all the other kids. If she decides to get into the babysitting game, she'll really make a killing. Hey, why don't you add us all on Dadbook? Dadbook? Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with each other. We're all on it, so if you ever need to reach out to anyone, that's the simplest way to do it. Sorry, I'm just an old-fashioned dad. Dad's social media goes over my head. Sometimes. Don't worry, Pups. I'll help you figure it out. The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beer as our kids play on the lawn. Amanda breaks up a fight between Christine, Carmenista, and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. Yeah, the twins are actually kind of creepy. They are very, very creepy. Amanda and I walk over to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood. Pretty fun party, don't you think? I felt like... I got a burger to me. I feel like I was at a new networking event. Look at that. You Daisy seemed like you were having fun, having a way better time than I was. Because we were. Well, hey, at least you met some other cool dads. You should hit them up on Dadbook. Maybe I will, if I ever figure out how the social media works. I have a good feeling about this place. Me too, Dad. Amanda arrived at home with the remainment, can't speak today. With the armaments of our veggie plate. Seems like nobody was really into cauliflower. Any big plans for this evening? Actually, yeah, I'm going out with some friends. Oh. Is that okay? Of course, just keep me posted and be home before midnight. You got it. And be careful. I will. Make good choices. Of course. And call me if you need anything. Dad, you're not gonna do the thing where you wait silently for me to come home in the living room with all the lights off, are you? What? No, I've never done that. I've never done that, and I will never do that. Okay, do you have plans tonight? The plans were kind of to eat ice cream and watch TV with Amanda, but I'd find something to do. I'm gonna go work on some stuff, see how long I can sleep for, throw a party. A real rager. All the other dads in the neighborhood are invited. I'll see if I can get you a spot on the list, but honestly, it's looking tight, and you may just have to wait in line. I know the guy at the door. I'll get it, no problem. I'm just relaxing tonight. Have fun, okay? Great. See you later. Watch Amanda drive off into the night. I really do hope she has fun. I plop down in front of the TV and turn on some Wine and Dine Mastermind with celebrity chef Gavin Catman. Looks like Gavin's making a roasted rack of lamb with rosemary mashed potatoes. God, that actually sounds really good. And I've never actually had lamb, so be something fun to try at least. I want to be able to cook like that. Although I think if I was actually good at cooking, I'd use my powers for evil, like making a baked Alaska all day instead of any food of real nutritional substance. Man, Catman just got that thing on fire, but he meant to do that. What a professional. I lost track of time as I blazed through several episodes of Wine and Dine Mastermind, and also one episode of some cooking show with called Meat Hell. I'm not even sure what that one was supposed to be about. It was just a lot of yelling. I'm glanced at my watch. Man, it's almost midnight. I should check in with Amanda. I sent her a text. Hey kiddo, you good? I wander to the kitchen as I wait for a reply. Amanda's phone is almost always in her hand, so I'm sure she'll respond soon, unless she's driving home, in which case I hope she doesn't respond soon, because I definitely taught her better than to text and drive. I reach into the freezer and grab an ice cream sandwich. It's a little late for this, but I think I earned it after a long day of socializing. Turn my watch again, and then my phone. Nothing yet. Okay, so now I'm worried. Do I call her? Do I call the cops? No, it's too soon for that. I'll just send her a gentle reminder text. What's up? Half an hour passes. Now I'm really worried. The episode of Gavin Catman's Meat Hell are also not assuming my anxiety, but possibly can't speak today, exhilarating it with all the yelling. So I keep pacing around the house, waiting for her to come back. Why didn't I find out where she was going? Who was she even with? Why don't I know any of her friends' phone numbers? Why don't I ever know any of her friends' full names? Who was Emma B? I decided to send her another text. Amanda, please text me and let me know you're okay. I can't help but thinking of all the awful things that could have happened to her. Oh, thank God it's her. Amanda opens the door and shuffles in. Finally she's back home. I'm glad she's okay. So, sweetie, thank God you're safe. Yep. But now that I know she's safe, I'm really mad. Why didn't you answer my text? Emma pulls out her phone out of her pocket. Oh, whoops. Guess I didn't see those. She starts to walk to her room. Amanda, whoa. We're pulling out the middle names now? Amanda, you come home an hour and a half after your curfew and you didn't respond to any texts. You really freaked me out. I was about to call the cops. Dad, you're seriously overreacting. You're not going to be late when I go off to school, are you? You weren't responding, and it was like when your dad... I had to stop myself from tearing up. Oh, Dad, I didn't mean to. I sit down on the couch and put my head in my hands. I feel very tired all of a sudden. You really scared me. Just please don't do that again.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna go to bed now. Amanda closed the door to her room and I head to mine. Jeez. As I'm falling asleep, one thing she said keeps echoing in my mind. You're not gonna be like this when I go off to college, are you? I definitely didn't sleep well last night. I brewed some strong coffee and make some scrambled eggs for Amanda as a peace offering. She eventually wanders into the kitchen. Hey, I thought about what you said last night. I should have texted you. I said I was gonna do it, and I didn't. I honestly just didn't even think about it. I'm really sorry, Pops. I won't do it again. Well, I'm sorry for freaking out on you. You're an adult now. I shouldn't have gotten so worked up. Team Frost? Team Frost. Amanda gives me a hug. Want some eggs? You know what? Sprinkle some cheese on them. I already did. Bless you. Amanda scarfs down the eggs and the time it takes me to wash the pan. Alright, I'm off to school. Smell you later. Wait, one more thing before you go. What? What's that book? It's a social media platform. Wait. What? What's a social media platform? Dad, I have to go to school. Come on, Amanda. I'm an old man. I can't put together a dad book profile on my own. Alright, I'll help you. It sounds interesting on the internet. Amanda spends the next couple of minutes setting up my profile on Dadbook, which, as it turns out, is a place where dads can get together and talk about fatherhood. Alright, Pops. We gotta fill out your profile. Let's get some likes and dislikes. Okay, now I kind of get to a little bit of the fun stuff here. On a Friday night, you were most likely to polish and sort my coin collection. Netflix and grill, baby. Fall asleep watching the History Channel. Torment my children with dad puns. Sink into blissful oblivion. Sleep. Kind of, it's a toss-up between this and this. Well, let's go with the Netflix one. And I'm not a dad, so I can't really call any of the other ones. If you had one thing to take with you onto Desert Island, what would it be? My trusted girl, the lost shaker of salt, Castaway on DVD and for instructional purposes. A boat, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna take the boat, obviously. What are your turn-ons? Strong dad arms, tennis shoes with long white socks, a well-manscaped lawn, street smarts, top grill masters, comfortable crying. I have to go with that one. What do you want to be when you grow up? Technical writer for manuals and instructions. Salty boat captain. Pro skater who is also an astronaut. A good father, the president of space. Good father, because I'm gonna go everywhere. What's your favorite movie genre? War documentaries. Sheen Connor's entire filmography. Anything about Laserdisc, romantic comedies, whatever will make me cry, old comedies that haven't gone. That's kind of like that's a hard one, but I guess I'll go with the romantic comedies. What's your ideal date? Napping together, doing a 1,000-piece puzzle together, eating healthy dinner at 4 p.m., trying to geocache but getting hopelessly lost, arson, being emotionally vulnerable. I've done the whole geocaching with someone, and we did get lost. What do you never leave home without? A sensible cardigan, a sick vape, my book of word jumbles and pen, a cool knife, my crimply low self-esteem. I frequently forget my phone, keys, and wallet at home. Sometimes. I never have left my. I've left my keys at home, but in my wallet. But I've never left my phone. We'll do the word jumble because he has to put the word. He's talked about that a bit. I spent a lot of time thinking about conspiracy theories, how proud I made my child, potential ends of the world. If I ever will find myself to love myself as much as I love my grill, when I can get my next cup of coffee, lawnmower modifications. I actually do like conspiracy theories.
Huh.
See, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. I could totally spend all day on here just looking at people's profiles. You should message one of them, or more than one of them. All these stats seem pretty interesting. Okay, I promise I'll make some friends. And then it gives me a hug. Go get him, Dad.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Hi Zero, it's me, your dear old friend from way back in the day, Dad Menda. I'm delighted to see you've signed up for Dadbook. That's recently added this new messengers service so you can find yourself receiving messages from other dads like myself. Take care not to miss them. Amanda, is that you? What are you doing on Dadbook? Why Zero? We've known each other since business school. How could you possibly confuse me with your amazing and talented and easy to buy things for a daughter, though I am, of course, flattered. You should buy Amanda more things. Amanda, you know I didn't go to business school. I barely even managed to get my degree. Wait. No. Wow. I didn't say that. You've never heard that. This is gold. I was a great student, I swear. I graduated at the top of my class because I worked hard and ate all my vegetables. Totally holding on to this for later. Wait, do you even remember what I majored in? I declined to comment. Cool. Okay, so in the next episode, we actually, you all voted on Hugo as the dad to go after, so we'll go after Hugo. And then I'll do another poll after we get done with Hugo, which will be choice of Craig, Matt, Brian, Robert, Joseph, or Damien. So, hope you guys actually enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment on the video. Let me know that you guys are actually enjoying the Dream Daddy game. Like I said in the first video, this is not sponsored. If it was, I would be super happy about it because this game is amazing. It is a little bit better than the one that came out for the PC, but I think the PC one did a update recently for it, so it may have gotten better. But I hope you guys actually enjoyed. Like I said, leave a like, subscribe, and comment. If you guys want to stay up to date on all my videos, you can hit the little bell note, and for notifications about when new videos do go live. Sorry. And you can also go to my Twitch page and you can follow me on there, which will also keep you up to date on when I do my live streams. By the way, live streams are going to be kind of getting a little bit of a change on when I do them. I just got to figure out what day is going to be good, and the live streams may change week to week. But right now I haven't done a live stream because I haven't had time to actually plan a official one yet. I am going to try to actually plan a live stream for next week. If I do one, I may do a Thanksgiving live stream, because that could be kind of fun. So, I hope you guys actually enjoyed, and I will see you all in my next video. Good, and bye.